have to say that standing on the stage right now feels pretty surreal. I don't know that I ever imagined we'd be able to pull something like this off. It's really fun to see so many familiar faces out there. There's also so many new ones, so this has been a really cool day so far. Many of you are current clients. As such, you received an email about 3 weeks ago from our CEO, Brad Jackson, with our client survey results. In that email, he also included an attachment that contained our growth formula. So this may be familiar to some of you. The background story is this. Last summer, Brad had a meeting with Steve Kerr, former Bulls player, go Bulls, and current coach of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. In that meeting, Steve shared the elements that he's used to build those championship teams. As Brad reflected on that meeting, he got to thinking, great organizations must also have elements that are in common that can be used to predict the success of that organization as measured by growth. So he started to do some research. He reached out to Slalom leaders across our 1,300 clients, as well as having talked to some of those clients themselves. Through that research, we have discovered that there are 5 elements that can be used to predict an organization's growth. The first element is customer obsession. Great organizations create wow moments for their customers. They cast the customers as the hero of their epics. One organization that does this is Nordstrom. From salespeople who greet you at the door and take you to the item you're looking for, to departments who answer the phone by the second ring, Nordstrom is known for their customer service. They encourage their employees to use their best judgment when helping their customers, and they've also invested heavily in technology, creating a seamless experience across all of their channels. One wow moment that they created happened to my brother. He was out of town, traveling for a board meeting, and forgot to bring a dress shirt. He called Nordstrom. They were able to get him in first thing in the morning, had a tailor meet him, customized his shirt, pressed it, had him out the door on time, looking good, and ready for his board meeting. He's now a Nordstrom customer for life. The next element is a relentless focus on team. Great organizations know that the key to serving their customers is through highly engaged employees. They invest in those employees' growth, and they create cultures that foster a love of what we do. One company that constantly tops the chart in this is Southwest Airlines. They encourage their employees to do things differently, from inviting employees from across all departments to collaborate on new uniform designs, to flight attendants who wrap the safety instructions. They keep things fun and unique, creating great experiences for both their employees and therefore for their customers. I can still remember the time that I landed in Las Vegas during a high windstorm. As our plane came to a screeching halt, the flight attendant got on the loudspeaker and gave a robust, "Whoa, Nelly!" That turned what could have been a really scary experience into a memorable one. The third element is an insurgent mindset. Organizations who have an insurgent mindset in their DNA focus on growth and increasing their market share. They know that speed and precision matter disproportionately relative to incumbents. As we heard a little earlier today from Francesca, what organization embodies an insurgent mindset more than Amazon? They have revolutionized the retail and technology landscape, from Prime to Alexa to Amazon Go to AWS. Across all of these platforms, they have taken market share from incumbents and become a juggernaut, the likes of which we have never seen. My kids don't even know what a radio is. They just know that when they want to hear Baby Shark, they ask Alexa. Underpinning these three elements is an operating foundation as a strategic advantage. Great organizations know the strength of their foundation will either accelerate or inhibit their growth. As Jason alluded to a bit, and for any of you who know me, one of the first things you'll know is I'm a huge Cubs fan. I am a season ticket holder, and as such, I had a front row seat as the Cubs brought in Theo Epstein and Jed Hoyer to rebuild the organization from the ground up. They created a Cubs Way playbook and implemented it at every level of the organization, from rookie ball to the major leagues. The playbook focuses on teaching their players to play the game the right way, from a code of conduct to which foot to plant on the bag as they round the bases. It was upon that foundation that the Cubs were able to win their first World Series in 108 years. The final and most critical element is highly aligned leadership. Highly aligned teams work together towards a common purpose. They debate well, proactively support each other, are laser focused on what is most important, and consistently look to learn and grow. Most importantly, when they get out of sync, they know how to get back into sync after inevitable periods of dysfunction. So, we took these 5 elements and we created a formula. Then we asked some of our customers to help us test this formula. We asked them to think about each of the 5 elements and rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, and then we applied the formula to generate one overall score. The lowest possible score is a 1, and the highest possible score is 1,000. From our early testing, the lowest score that we found was 108, and the highest was an 870. And here you can see, again, early testing, where some different organizations fell across this spectrum. Now I'd like to give you a few moments to think about how the growth formula may apply, or how you would rate your own team, your business unit, or your organization. Which element do you think needs the most attention? Which do you think you excel at? Which do you think could have the biggest impact on your organization? And I'd like to think about the sessions that you all attended today. All of you attended 3 sessions. Very few likely attended the same 3 sessions. When we designed Realize, when we envisioned this event, like Justin said this morning, we wanted to give you all a day of learning. Our top clients, our key partners. We wanted to be able to teach some ideas, some tools that could be used back in your organizations. And we designed each of the sessions around the growth formula. So as I've walked through the growth formula today, the idea is that how can you apply the different tools and sessions or ideas you learned in the session in context when you think about how you could impact your own organization's growth. For example, we heard from Abe Rafel how a great best-in-class customer experience is now achievable for all organizations through cloud technology and better access to data. We learned how play can unlock potential in your teams at the Yes and session with Jessica Cash and Andy Kondarachi. Rob Toro, Mihir Munjal, and Damayanti Gill explored artificial intelligence and whether we should create machines who are like us or whether we should create machines who are better versions of us. Carrie Steyer and Matt Hauser led a panel discussion on DevOps automation and how it's not just about how you modernize and where you modernize, it's about how you operate. We're excited to be able to see how you all are able to take these ideas and tools back to your organizations. We're so happy that you were able to join us for our inaugural Realize. And I look forward to being able to have a little more fun with you this evening, and Bill's going to come up and tell us about what's next. Thank you all.